Remember when robots were just sci-fi villains in movies, saying stuff like, "I'll be back" or "exterminate"? Yeah, those days are gone. Today, they don't need red eyes or metal arms. They're living in your phone, recommending your next video, finishing your sentences, and analyzing everything you do. Artificial intelligence isn't some far-off fantasy anymore. It's here, and it's growing fast. But here's the uncomfortable question. Are we actually in control? Or are we slowly handing over the steering wheel, click by click, code by code, without even realizing it? See, AI didn't show up as a monster. It showed up as a convenience. It helped us write emails faster, told us the weather, suggested the next binge-worthy show. It sounded helpful, smart, even friendly. But like all powerful tools, it's not the tool itself that's dangerous. It's what we do. And let's be real, we've done some pretty sketchy stuff. We built algorithms that control what people see, shaping how they think, vote, and feel. We trained AI to recognize faces, but forgot to ask why we needed constant surveillance. We fed it massive piles of data, most of it collected without consent, and called it innovation. And now AI doesn't just reflect the world, it's starting to reshape it. The scary part? It's doing it quietly. Jobs being replaced, artists getting mimicked, deepfakes getting so real, you can't tell what's true. It's all happening so fast that laws, ethics, and common sense can't even catch up. We're racing toward this high-tech future without asking the most important question. Should we? Now, don't get me wrong. AI can do amazing things. Diagnose diseases, predict natural disasters, make life more accessible for people with disabilities. The potential is beautiful, but only if we stay in the driver's seat. And right now, a lot of people don't even know there's a steering wheel. There's a reason some of the smartest minds on Earth, people like Elon Musk and the late Stephen Hawking, raised red flags about AI years ago. They weren't afraid of machines taking over like in the movies. They were afraid of humans handing over control without thinking through the consequences. Not a battle of man versus machine, but a slow, sneaky surrender. And here's where things get extra uncomfortable. AI learns from us. From our texts, our tweets, our pictures, our bias, our rage, our joy, our mistakes. It's a mirror. And if we don't like what we're seeing reflected back, that's not on the AI, that's on us. Let me pause for just a second and say, if you've stuck with me this far, thank you. Seriously. You could have bounced to 1,000 other things on the internet, but you stayed. That means you're one of the rare ones who cares, who's curious, who's paying attention. And that matters. We need more people like you asking the hard questions, not just consuming tech, but thinking about it. So yeah, I appreciate you. All right, back in. The thing is, we're still early in this story. We're not doomed yet. We've still got time to choose what kind of relationship we want with AI. But that window, it's closing fast. And once machines start building better versions of themselves without us, the whole game changes. That's not science fiction. That's called artificial general intelligence. And once we cross that line, we may not get a chance to undo it. This doesn't mean we should pull the plug on every machine and run for the hills. It just means we need to wake up, to demand transparency, to push for regulations, to build tech that helps humanity, not just profits from it. Because let's be honest, if AI starts making all the decisions, we better be damn sure it's making them for us, not about us. The future of AI doesn't have to be dark, but it also won't be automatically bright. It depends on what we do now. Do we keep blindly trusting the systems we barely understand? Or do we slow down, ask the tough questions, and make sure that our creations don't end up controlling their creators? You don't need to be a coder or a scientist to care about this. You just need to be human. Because this isn't about robots taking over. It's about whether we stay awake long enough to keep our humanity intact. So the next time you hear that familiar AI voice, or see a piece of art or a song or a speech that feels a little too perfect, pause. Ask yourself, who's really behind this? What are we gaining? And what might we be slowly giving up? Because if we're not careful, the destruction of humanity won't look like explosions or killer robots. It'll look like convenience, it'll sound like progress. And we might not even notice until it's already done.